Aw dropping is pretty cool, but if it was me, I'd have gone with, aw yeah.
This is Mac OS Ken.
Apple announces an aw-dropping event.
Aw, yeah.
Germany takes issue with a carbon neutral claim. And 2 new Apple stores for India next week. It is Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken. Brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by the Insta360 Go Ultra, a tiny, hands-free 4K camera. Go Ultra today at store.insta360.com with promo code MacOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. What are you doing 2 weeks from yesterday? If you're like me, you'll be glued to YouTube or Apple site watching something aw-dropping. That's what the event art says, AWE, aw-dropping.
Aw, yeah.
Every site had the news Tuesday, though I saw it first on TechCrunch. They had the Cupertino company sending out word of a video/media event set for the 9th of September at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, likely to launch new iPhones and other hardware. I say likely because it's not official that there's going to be a new iPhone. That said, it is as close to guaranteed as anything is in this mixed up, nutty, workaday world. Expectations listed by a number of sites, Apple Insider and TechCrunch among them, include iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max. Missing are the 17 Plus and the almost completely forgotten iPhone Mini. Anticipated to fill that spot is the somewhat anticipated iPhone 17 Air. That would be the wafer-thin, mid-sized model. As for storage capacity and prices, it is anybody's guess. Apple Insider says it's tough to tell what the iPhone 17 will cost due to the ongoing trade war with China and current U.S. tariff policy. Current now, but who knows in 2 weeks? Speculation has had Apple increasing the starting storage for at least some models in the 17 line, hiding a price increase behind that. Again, though, it is tough to tell at this point. At least a couple of Apple Watch models are expected to grab the spotlight. Apple Watch Series 11 is anticipated. It'll get a spec bump according to speculation, not any sort of redesign, with pricing TBD. It's been 2 years since Apple updated Apple Watch Ultra, last year's cosmetic change not included. That's got folks expecting an Apple Watch Ultra 3. No form factor change is expected, though Apple Insider figures a newer, more powerful chip is in order, bringing significant improvements to both power efficiency and performance. Satellite connectivity is seen as a possibility. If so, it would be the first Apple Watch to support that. Price TBD. Interestingly, Apple Insider does not expect blood oxygen sensing to be available for either device. While I'd have thought the workaround Apple released a couple of weeks ago would make that possible, the site says currently, the FTC requires Apple to deactivate the sensor on all newly sold devices due to a patent infringement lawsuit. There's been a decent amount of chatter about a 4th generation of Apple TV 4K. On the outside, Apple Insider thinks the new device will be the same general squared-off hockey puck we've seen for years, though perhaps smaller than iterations past. Inside, the piece says the set-side box could be powered by anything from an A17 Pro through an A19 processor. 8 GB of onboard memory is also seen as a possibility, setting the stage for on-device Apple Intelligence features. 3 years after the last AirPods Pro update, TechCrunch thinks it's about time for a set of AirPods Pro 3. Rumors cited by the site say the new stoppers could feature a sleeker design, touch-sensitive controls, smaller earbuds, and a slimmer case. They could also sport an H3 chip to enhance active noise cancellation and adaptive audio. Not expected at the September 9th event, new Macs. If there are any on the way this year, Apple Insider figures they'll commend an event in October or November. As for the event itself, there will likely be devices for in-person attendees to try out. The bulk of the presentation, though, is expected to be pre-recorded, as they have been since 2020. If you want to get in virtual line for the remote event now, the queue is ready and waiting. For waiting. MacRumor says the company has already popped an event placeholder up on YouTube. That'll let users opt to be notified when the live stream goes live. And of course, there are plenty of other ways to watch. Folks wanting to watch live should be able to catch it on the web on Apple's events page. It'll also be available through the Apple TV app, which puts it on Macs, iPhones, iPads, game consoles, and other devices with video output. Apple has made the logo for the awe-dropping event interactive again.
Oh, yeah.
For a while, such invitations had an augmented reality element to them. Then Apple released an augmented reality device, and they were apparently done teasing augmented reality. Still, ones do like to play. To that end, a piece from Cult of Mac says there is a way to play with the awe-dropping art. About that, the art is, shocker, a stylized Apple logo. Looks like something between reflective chrome and a logo shot with heat vision. Dark blue at the top, red on the middle edges, and white hot at the bottom. It's the kind of thing you probably wouldn't want to touch in real life, but on your iPhone or iPad, go the heck on. Point Safari on your iPhone or iPad to apple.com. There you should see the awe-dropping logo,
Oh, yeah.
which you can poke and press, causing all sorts of changes to the artwork. On the iPad here, the logo actually seemed to be gone until you touched where it would be. It was there the whole time on the iPhone, though, still reactive to touch. Similar effects are manageable on the Mac as well, not by touching the screen, of course, but by clicking on it and mousing over it. Good for 30 seconds of fun at least. With just under 2 weeks to go before the world knows for sure whether there will be an iPhone Air, word that people aren't really that into it. Because that is the planet on which we live. 9 to 5 Mac had BofA analyst Wamsi Mohan warning of a tempered response to the unannounced model, quoting his note, "Some media reports and tech websites are highlighting Tuesday the 9th of September as a potential launch date for iPhone 17, not official yet, with pre-order starting Friday the 12th of September and new iPhones reaching stores on Friday the 19th. We expect the main feature to be the launch of a slim iPhone 17 Air, to replace the current Plus model. While prior form factor changes have driven a meaningfully higher next iPhone cycle, in our opinion, investor expectations for the benefit from a thin phone are more tempered." Still, Mr. Mohan's down with whatever Cupertino's cooking. He used Tuesday's note to reiterate his buy rating on Apple shares. His price target on those is $250. More news in a moment, but first a word from today's sponsor, Insta360, and their brand new Go Ultra, a tiny, hands-free 4K camera. We've talked about how tiny and lightweight Go Ultra is, roughly the size of an Oreo, weighing 1/10 of a pound. It's not just size that lets it go anywhere, though. The built-in magnetic mounting system lets you stick it wherever. You can stick a magnet, which means you can wear it, thanks to the included magnet pendant and the magnetic easy clip. That means incredible shooting anywhere. With its upgraded 1 by 1.28-inch sensor, Go Ultra delivers incredible shots day and night. It's on your bike, on the trail, even underwater. The standalone camera is waterproof down to 33 feet. Worried about losing something so small? You can even keep track of your Go Ultra in Apple's Find My. If you're ready to go ultra, head to store.insta360.com to check it out. Then the first 30 people who buy using promo code MacOSKen get a free set of sticky tabs. They let you mount where magnets won't do the job. The first 30 people get a free set with your Go Ultra purchase at store.insta360.com using promo code MacOSKen. Show the world what you see the way you see it. Get the Insta360 Go Ultra at store.insta360.com and use promo code MacOSKen. Turns out Apple Watch is not carbon neutral. Not in Germany, anyway. A piece from Engadget says a regional court in Frankfurt, Germany has deemed the claim to be unfounded and a violation of competition laws. The claim met with pushback almost as soon as it was made. While Apple has done a lot to offset the environmental impact of its manufacturing, naysayers say that doesn't make the device itself carbon neutral. Thing is, even that would have been fine with the Bundesrepublik, though the offset plan tied to Apple Watch has a potential expiration date. According to Engadget, the court found the offset, planting eucalyptus trees in Paraguay, insufficient to merit the carbon-neutral claim because there's no secure future for the continuation of the forest project. 3/4 of the land in question was only leased to Apple through 2029, the court said, with no certainty of how or where the tree planting program would continue after that date. Apple disagrees with the court's ruling, pointing out that offsets such as these are how things are done. While the piece has a spokesperson for the company noting that the court has broadly upheld Apple's rigorous approach to carbon neutrality, they don't seem to have addressed the end of the lease in 4 years. Engadget says Apple will have an opportunity to appeal the decision. Company hasn't said whether it will, though odds of them doing so seem pretty high. Apple's picking up the pace on retail locations in India. After announcing a third store last week, set for Bengaluru, a piece from Mac Rumors says the company has announced a fourth store this week, set to open next week. This one in Pune, in Maharashtra. Apple Koregaon Park will make 4 stores. It'll join the soon-to-open Bengaluru store, as well as locations that are already open in Mumbai and New Delhi. The Bengaluru store opens next Tuesday, the 2nd of September. Apple Koregaon Park opens 2 days later, Thursday, September 4th. Apple's making it easier for folks to make the jump from competing music services to Apple Music. After months in limited release, a piece from Cult of Mac says the Cupertino company has significantly expanded availability of its Apple Music migration tool. Born of a collaboration with SongShift, the piece says the migration tool allows users to move their saved playlists, liked songs, albums, and entire music libraries from other streaming platforms to Apple Music. The process preserves existing libraries on the original service so users don't lose access to their current subscriptions during the transition. Anyway, it's supposed to move all of that, though there are a few caveats and pitfalls for which to watch. More info on those is available in a support doc on Apple's site. The migration tool was already available in Australia and New Zealand. This week's expansion adds support for Canada, Brazil, France, Germany, Mexico, the UK, and the US. And finally today, countdown to hate groups and a super smart person who tracks them. Apple TV Plus issued a press release on Tuesday teasing the upcoming series, The Savant, and outing a trailer for it. An 8-episode limited series, Apple says the tense and high-stakes thriller follows an undercover investigator known as The Savant as she infiltrates online hate groups in an effort to stop domestic extremists before they act. Academy Award winner Jessica Chastain both stars in the series and serves as an executive producer on it. The first 2 episodes hit Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 26th of September. The trailer is up now on YouTube. macOS Ken, brought to you by me, and sponsored by Insta360's Go Ultra. Go Ultra today at store.insta360.com with promo code macOS Ken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can find me on Mastodon, macOSKen at mastodon.social. You could also send me an email, info@macosken.com. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Aw, yeah.